Hello guys, in the last video we have discussed around how we can create our first virtual machine on the AWS EC2. Then after we have discussed how we can launch an web server on the EC2 using user data and how we can configure the security group rules to access that web server. And after that we have learned how we can terminate an EC2 machine. Okay, so in this video we will be going to discuss how we can log in into that EC2 machine using the key pair provided by the AWS and access the terminal, and we can try to run some basic commands, basic terminal commands, and then you go. Okay, so if you are preparing for the AWS exam, maybe you can check out the complete playlist and do subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's quickly jump over to the console and then let's create a new instance. Okay, so let's name it SSH EC2. Okay, so that we are very clear. Let's select the OS as Ubuntu, and then after I will keep all the configuration as default. After that, key pair, if you don't have any key pair, maybe you can click on a create a new pair and just provide the name, and then after create it. But I already have one key pair available, so I will use this my one key pair. I will keep all the networking setting as default, just to make sure, like point this allow SSH traffic from anywhere IP should be ticked. So this basically allows you to access this EC2 instance. If you deselect it, you would not be able to access that EC2 machine. Okay, so let's tick this again. After that, we have storage that 8 GB. Let's keep all those settings at default, and I will going to create it launch instance. Okay, so I think it is launching. It would not take much time. I will close the old tab. Yeah, so meanwhile it is in the pending state. Let's come here. So how we can connect to EC2 instance? So basically AWS provide different method, but in this video we will be going to discuss just two method. The first one is SSH and second one is EC2 instance connect. Okay, so let us suppose you wanted to access your EC2 machine on the browser itself. So this option is EC2 instance connect is that option. But if you wanted to access this EC2 machine on your kind of a terminal, like something like this, so what you can do, you can use this SSH method. Okay, other than that we have session manager as well. So just to give you a brief introduction, what is session manager? So EC2 instance connect is not that secure method as per the AWS. So if you are accessing EC2 machine, AWS recommend you to kind of use the session manager. Okay, so we will discuss this in a separate video. So let's come back to see on the console how we can connect to the EC2 machine using EC2 instance connect. Okay, so here the EC2 instance is in the running state. Make sure it is in the running as we are trying to connect. Then you need to click on the connect. Then we have kind of a 4 different options, but we will be focusing on this EC2 instance connect and the SSH client. Okay, so EC2 instance connect, it is saying the public IP address, then after username, and then after you just need to click on this connect option. Okay, so what it will going to do is kind of it will provide, like it will upload an key to the to the EC2. Key basically means the password, and through that temporary key you are able to access this on the browser. Okay, so now if you see, we are inside the EC2 machine. So if you want, you can type just ls. So as of now there is nothing inside this. So let's make a directory for just to test, like, so I am able to create the directory, right? So this is how you can kind of access this EC2 machine from the instance connect. Okay, so let's close this, and so kind of no need to use your key file that was downloaded. So if you have like created this EC2 machine, you get downloaded the key file that you have selected. Okay, here you have selected this key pair, my one key pair file. Okay, but we don't need it. The reason being is AWS itself upload and temporary key. So a temporary key is uploaded onto the EC2 by AWS only. So that's the EC2 instance connect. After that, the one thing that we need to make sure that port 22 is still opened. Okay, so port 22 should definitely be open. If you seen, like at the time of creating, we ticked an option like allow traffic from anywhere IP on the port 22. But if you want to verify, you can just go inside the security, then after click on the security groups, and the security group get opened in the new tab, and you can just go inside this inbound rule and edit this. And if you see, we are allowing of traffic of type SSH from anywhere, any IP. The port is on 22. Okay, so this is how we are checking that 22 port is open. So open is kind of we are allowing traffic from anywhere on this port. So this is like if you are not able to access through EC2 instance connect, please make sure like this rule should be there. Okay, after that, how we can connect to this EC2 instance using the SSH. So browser is not very much comfortable in working. The reason being is like it is kind of a like every time why you need a browser to connect to EC2 machine, right? So maybe you want to access this from your terminal, okay, and you want to copy some of the files. So that would be easier for us to it should be accessible from the like terminal. Okay, so I will again go back to the connect. Then after we go on the SSH client, what we need to do is if you are on Linux, maybe you can uh, you need this command as well, but if you are on the like Windows, you don't need this command. Okay, we just need the example. Okay, so what you need to do, you just go to the directory on your local machine on which the key pair file exists. Okay, so I am already inside this, so I will just list the directories. So here you see I already have this my one key pair file.pem. Okay, so make sure you are inside the folder like which have this file, and after that we just need to copy this command and then after just enter it. Okay, so what we are saying, SSH, please SSH into this EC2 machine, my bad. Username is Ubuntu and the password is my one keypair.pem. Okay, so this is just a SSH command which you are using -i to provide the key pair file name, then after username and then after IP address of the EC2 machine. Okay, and after that I just click enter. Okay, so it is asking for, are you sure you want to continue connecting, like as you are connecting it with the first time. So it is kind of asking from the security perspective, and then you are inside the EC2 machine. Okay, so if I ls it, see the directory which we have created from the from the browser we have here. Okay, so that's this is how you can kind of logged in into your EC2 machine. And if you want to, let's say, run some command, let's say sudo apt-get update, then you can easily just run it, right? Okay, so this is how you can access this EC2 machine. Okay, so for I think just to debugging, let's delete this rule. Okay, so and then after we will try if we are able to access this EC2 machine or not. Okay, so I will delete it and I will click on save rule. So if I go back here, I will exit it. Not sure why it got hanged. Okay, might be it got hanged due to some issue. Let's try to connect this EC2 instance from the EC2 instance connect. Okay, that would be easy for us. So here it is trying to establish a connection, but it should get failed. Okay, so let's wait for I think 10 seconds. So here we got the error message, EC2 instance connect is unable to connect to the instance. Ensure your instance network setting are configured correctly. Okay, so now what we do, we will go again back to that security group. I will edit this inbound rule. I will add a and select the traffic as SSH, like on the port 22, and then after I will allow from anywhere. Okay, and I will save this. And now if I try it again, it should be able to connect to this EC2 machine this time. Yeah, that's how you can control the access on your EC2 machine. Okay, so make sure if you are not able to connect to this EC2 machine, two things you need to verify. The first one is, if like make sure you have this public IP address. If it is not there, maybe we will cover that topic in the another video. If your EC2 machine not have any public IP, how you can access that, but make sure this public IP should be there. Okay, and apart from that, you need to verify the security group, attach security group, the EC2 machine. This should have this inbound rule which is allowing the traffic on the port 22. Okay, so that's it I think for this video. If you have any queries, question, you can post it out in the comment section, and please, if you like it, do subscribe to the channel. Thank you.